From the WYLN studios in Hazleton, Pennsylvania, WYLN Evening Edition at 5:30 starts right now.
Good evening. It's Tuesday, September 13th, 2016. I'm Ann Gownley. Police have charged a teenager in connection with a fatal stabbing that happened near Trucksville this past weekend. 14-year-old Zachary Hockenberry is charged with homicide, aggravated assault, simple assault, recklessly endangering another person, and burglary in connection with the death of 45-year-old David Sinaraki. According to police, officers arrived at a residence on Orchard Street around 2 p.m. on Sunday, where they found Bobby Jo Sinaraki sitting on the floor and said that she had been stabbed in the back. Police also found David Sinaraki being tended to by two women, but was bleeding heavily from his chest. Sinaraki told police that she had been vacuuming her living room when she felt something in her back. She turned and saw Hockenberry, who was allegedly holding a knife. Hockenberry then allegedly went after her husband, who sustained multiple wounds to his chest. He later died from his injuries. Sinaraki's daughter also suffered a stab wound to her chest. Hockenberry was arraigned on Sunday before Magisterial District Judge James Tupper. A preliminary hearing is scheduled for Thursday, September 22nd at 9:30 a.m. Hockenberry is currently behind bars at the Luzerne County Prison without bail. Hazleton police arrested a man for heroin trafficking. 23-year-old Michael Shirley of Hazleton was charged after what police say were two sales of heroin. When arrested, he was found with a can. In it, police found 195 packets of heroin and 15 packets of crack. Shirley is charged with 2 counts of delivery of a controlled substance, 1 count possession with intent to deliver a controlled substance, and 2 counts of criminal use of a communication device. He is in the Luzerne County Prison in lieu of $50,000 straight cash bail. Senate candidate Kathleen McGinty is in Commonwealth Court today. The Republican Party wants her work schedule and emails released from her time as Governor Wolf's chief of staff. The Wolf administration has balked at the request, calling it overly broad. But the GOP says she had an easy time as chief of staff because she was the party's favorite candidate for Senate and consequently did very little on Wolf's staff. The administration has released just 71 of over 15,000 emails. Kathleen McGinty and incumbent Pat Toomey are now arguing over ethanol. She calls it an effective and necessary tool for fighting climate change. He calls it corporate welfare for politically connected corporate-owned farms. Ethanol made from corn is mandated to be 10% of the gasoline mix you buy at the pump. It is a controversial mandate, with some saying it's not needed and some mechanics saying it causes damage to some engines. Someone is interested in buying the old Luzerne County Juvenile Detention Center. County Council will decide whether or not to sell it to him. James Casey says he wants to turn the old building into a rehab center, which would hold 50 women. He offered $20,000 for the building, though the sale would be contingent on him getting zoning and planning approval from the city. The building has been closed since 2002. The county tried to sell it earlier, but there were no takers. The county also talked about demolition until Casey expressed his interest. The state Supreme Court heard arguments in a major school funding case this morning. They are deciding whether they will hear the entire case. The suit in question was filed by 6 school districts, 2 local districts, including Wilkes-Barre area and Panther Valley among them, 2 parents, several school reform organizations, and the Philadelphia NAACP. The suit claims the formula for distributing school funds is fundamentally unfair to poor districts and public schools as a whole simply need more money. Among the defendants are the state legislator and the Wolf administration, rarely on the same side. Both argue the authority to fund public schools statewide is in the hands of the General Assembly and the governor's office, and that giving local districts a say in the statewide funding formula would fundamentally change the way the Commonwealth funds not only education, but conceivably everything it funds. Pennsylvania school districts spend an average of $14,800 per student. There are 26 layoffs at the Air Products in Hanover Township. Affected workers got their pink slips yesterday afternoon. Air Products blames them on a slowing demand for its products, which it blames on lower oil prices and the overall sluggish economy. This is the 4th time since the start of the year there have been layoffs there. The hometown plant has not been affected. This past weekend was Fun Fest weekend, and with it, of course, was the annual Fun Fest parade. The theme this year was Community Heroes. Fun Fest celebrated and honored all those in the community who made a difference. Sunday, September 11th was the annual parade starting on Broad Street in West Hazelton and made its way to downtown Hazelton. WYLN taped the 37th annual Fun Fest parade in its entirety and can be viewed here only on WYLN beginning September 14th at noon. The other dates and times which you can view that parade are up on your screen now. We'll also upload it to our Facebook page. Well, it's time now for a first look at our forecast. A bright and sunny day in our viewing area with a slight chill this morning, but will these temperatures stay the same as we continue throughout the week? Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik is in the Weather Center with all the details. Joe?
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be looking nice over the next couple of days. Temperature-wise, we're not going to see the excessive heat and humidity like we had to deal with most of the summer, but still comfortable conditions throughout the day. And some of those overnight lows, I tell you what, it's going to continue to be chilly across our area. What about a chance of rain? Do we have it in our forecast? I'll let you know coming up in just a few, Ann.
Thank you, Joe. Thanks, Joe. Coming up next, Banks Township residents are concerned about having their own police force with the increase of drug houses and cars speeding through the township. More news, weather, and sports is coming your way only on WYLN. Stay tuned.
You're watching WYLN News with Ann Gownley, video journalists Mike Lula and Julie Stefanovich, Paula Degnan, Gary Perna, Abby Piskel, and Aaron Harvey. Sports with Eric DeBerardinis and John Eric Poli. And weather with Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik.
At All American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, you not only get the vehicle that you want,
you also get the lowest financing options.
We also deliver unmatched service.
Whether you're in need of a work truck, have an active family lifestyle, or simply want to show off your fun, adventurous side, All-American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has a wide variety of inventory to choose from. It's the Ram Power Days and Jeep Celebration event. Stop in today. Beach Mountain Lakes Restaurant and Lounge is open to the public Wednesday through Sunday. They offer great food and entertainment with a beautiful lake view from their 100-foot deck. Wednesday is lasagna night, Thursday is the burger bash, and Sunday is clam night. Check out their live entertainment every weekend. Nespoli Jewelers in Berwick offers the perfect mix of fine and fashion jewelry. Expand your Alex and Ani jewelry collection at Nespoli Jewelers or design a one-of-a-kind engagement ring. Nespoli Jewelers, mixing fine and fashion. 108 East Front Street in Berwick. Stop at Zakovich's Farm Market, 432 Fairview Street in Tamaqua, for all your fresh-picked seasonal produce. When you're done, stop right next door at the Rough Cut Barbecue and choose from a delicious menu. Produce stand is open daily from 9 a.m. to 6, and the Rough Cut Barbecue is open Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, noon until 7. Zakovich's Farm Market and Rough Cut Barbecue, 570-467-2039.
Banks Township residents expressed their concerns about having a police force at last night's monthly meeting. WYLN's Aaron Harvey was there and has more from Banks Township.
Many Banks Township residents came out to the monthly meeting last night to voice their concerns about the township not having a police force. Right now, if a crime is committed, the state police has to come, which can sometimes take up to 30 minutes. Most of the Banks Township residents would like Chief Marisi of Beaver Meadows Borough to expand into Banks Township. Not having a police force is becoming a major problem because of the speeding issues and drug houses.
Speeding issues, state roads go through Banks Township. The three main roads in Banks Township are state roads, and people just fly. We do have a couple drug houses, and realize the state police are really short-handed. They come when they can, but there are a couple of places that, should we get on board with Chief Maresi, he's part of the Carbon County Drug Task Force. It would open up a lot of doors as far as investigation into the drug houses and things such as that. So hopefully it'll work out. We're all positive. We're all having good thoughts that this is going to work.
A resident of Banks Township, Marianne Novotnok, says she has timed the state police response time, and they can sometimes take up to 30 minutes to respond to an accident.
Yes, if there's an incident, an accident, a burglary, whatever it be, we have to call state police. We don't have a police force. It takes at least 20 minutes to a half an hour for them to show up. I've timed it, I know. There was an accident right in the middle of 93, and it took 25 minutes. All the neighbors timed it, and that's about what it took for them to come there.
Novotnock and her neighbors have to direct traffic when an accident happens because it takes the state police so long to respond, which is why she wants Chief Marisi to expand into the township.
We're out there, I was out there one night directing traffic because there was no one. If we had Officer Mike, it would be great. I mean, he's like 2 minutes away. He is so dependable. The traffic, the speed is incredible on that road. It's 35 miles an hour. No one does it. Go through Beaver Meadows. See what the speed is down there. Everybody knows, 35. We need someone. We had a drug house. State police didn't want to be bothered to come and check it. If he was there, I know it would have been checked immediately. We need someone like him.
Beaver Meadows Borough is located within Banks Township, and their response time would be less than 10 minutes. Chief Mike Marisi of Beaver Meadows is on board with the plan, but says the next step is to find a grant.
We'd have to sit down with the supervisors, our borough council of Beaver Meadows, and come up with, it pretty much boils down to money. I mean, there are tons of grants out there for regional police departments, which our council and the supervisors are looking into. This area, I love this area, and I'd be more than happy, and my department would be happy to actually provide police services for this area.
The next Banks Township meeting is scheduled for Monday, October 10th at 6 o'clock. In Banks Township for WILN News, I'm Erin Harvey.
Thank you, Erin. Coming up next, Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik is back with a full look at our forecast. Plus, a church in McAdoo will be celebrating 125 years with a special tribute walk. Our Abby Piskel will have details on that. All that and more coming up here on WILN News. Stay tuned.
When I'm elected, things will change, but I promise you one thing, no one will beat a Fairway Chevrolet deal. No one!
Fairway Chevrolet, Route 309 in Hazel Township. Hey, no one beats a Fairway deal. No one.
I don't care what my opponent said. I knew for a very long time that no one beats a Fairway Chevrolet deal. No one.
Fairway Chevrolet, Route 309 in Hazel Township. Hey, no one beats a Fairway deal. No one.
At Booty's Place, they're known for delicious homemade food at affordable prices. And now, there's so much more, like an elevator for easy upstairs access and refurbished interior with an outdoor patio that's now open. To keep their food second to none, Chef Bobby is back. They're making their own fresh pasta, have a new state-of-the-art kitchen, and an updated menu. There are still old favorites like Grandma's Pizza, plus new dishes, all with fresh ingredients. Booty's Place, still, definitely the best.
Why we love to go to the fair. The Bloomsburg Fair. It's the largest agricultural fair in PA. Over 1,000 vendors sit on 220 acres. General admission $8, children 12 and under free every day. The Bloomsburg Fair, September 24th through October 1st. With hundreds of food vendors, exhibit, livestock displays, dog show, Barton House, and one-room schoolhouse. Daily demonstrations, and don't miss new this year, the Amish barn raising. The Bloomsburg Fair. Exit 232 off I-80 Bloomsburg. More info at Bloomsburg Fair Facebook and bloomsburgfair.com.
Well, pretty nice day across northeastern Pennsylvania today. We had those temperatures getting up into the 70s. We had just a couple of clouds here and there, and humidity levels practically non-existent. And this is kind of weather we're going to have over the next several days, but there's going to be a chance of some showers and thunderstorms in our forecast as we go into tomorrow night. And I tell you what, paving the way for Thursday, it's going to be chilly. We may struggle just to get out of the 60s for daytime high temperatures. Even a little bit of a breeze out here, but that's pretty much about it. Overall, a nice looking day. On to the numbers outside our station. We are in the 70s, not doing too bad. Dew point numbers in the 60s. Got a little bit higher than what we were yesterday, but still feels very refreshing when you happen to walk outside. And there is a little bit of a breeze blowing out there from time to time. So temperature-wise, how we did today, and again, we have not picked up any precipitation since the midnight hour. The high and low for the day, not too bad for our September. In terms of where we got temperature-wise, we started out on a chilly note once again to our early morning low temperatures, and then we rebound quite nicely for the high temperature throughout the day. Got up to 78, the low being 56, and only the wind gusts coming in at only about 15 miles per hour. Throughout the Commonwealth of the good old state of Pennsylvania, well, we got 70s in some areas. Elsewhere, we got temperatures in the 80s, still in the mid to upper 80s down by Harrisburg as well as Selinsgrove. But no matter where you go, we still got plenty of sunshine and a few clouds here and there. And again, those winds, really not too much of a factor. We got a little bit of a breeze blowing. That's about it. It's a refreshing breeze. It feels very refreshing when you happen to walk outside. And that'll be the case over the next couple of days. And speaking of the next couple of days, here's a look at what you can expect over the next 7 days. Going into tomorrow, mix of clouds and sunshine. Looking good, at least for the first part of it. 77 degrees. And as we go into the late afternoon and evening hours and part of the overnight hours, we'll have some showers and thunderstorms that will break out. And that's going to pave the way for a cool day on Thursday. 70 degrees, we may not get out of the upper 60s for daytime high temperatures. Notice we drop down to 45 degrees as we go into our Thursday night. Friday looking good. 73 degrees, lots of sunshine, looking good for our Saturday as well in the 70s. Another chance of some more showers and thunderstorms come into play for the second part of the weekend. 73 degrees. And then as we go into early next week, temperatures for the most part holding in the 70s with a mix of clouds and sunshine. We'll continue to have a lot more for you coming up after the break, so stick around.
Tri-County Business Machines has been serving the Hazleton area with office supplies and furniture for over 35 years. We are your local Kyocera dealer for all your digital Kyocera copiers, printers, and faxes. For exceptional reliability, sales, and service, the call to make is to Tri-County Business Machines. Tri-County Business Machines, keeping your office up to speed. Tri-County Business Machines, located at 117 East Broad Street, Hazleton. Phone 459-0754 or visit us on the web at tricountybm.com.
Introducing the all-new Hazleton Hyundai, where you are set for life. Where every new vehicle purchased includes a lifetime warranty, lifetime oil and filter changes, lifetime car washes, lifetime loaner vehicles, and lifetime state inspections. Plus, check out this amazing deal on a 2017 Hyundai Elantra SE. Right now for only $109 per month with $0 down. Hazleton Hyundai, where you are set for life.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones. St. Mary's Church in McAdoo will be celebrating 125 years with a special dedication this Saturday. WYLN's Abby Piskel has all the details.
Members of St. Mary's Ukrainian Church are celebrating 125 years by walking in the footsteps of their ancestors. Before the church's inception, those who wished to worship would walk 16 miles to St. Michael's Ukrainian Church in Shenandoah. Now, parishioners are recreating the church's history.
The tradition until a building was established here in McAdoo was to take a walk, which generally started at about 4 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday, to get to St. Michael's in Shenandoah, so that these individuals could worship within the context of their own heritage and their own faith, and we can only imagine 125 years later the sense of commitment to their homeland, their heritage, to each other, to remain as a community.
The walk is open to anyone who wishes to celebrate and will begin at 7 a.m. in front of St. Mary's in McAdoo.
From here at 7 a.m. And then the hope is that the weather and the spirits will be with us, and we'll get a sense of what that journey was like. We'll be taking it once. They did it on a weekly basis.
16 miles may be difficult for some to walk, so parishioners are extending the invitation to join them in prayers to Mary, also known as the Undoer of Knots.
It's basically a white ribbon, and if someone has a particular need or desire or request, they can write it on this white prayer ribbon and their intention, and they can attach it with a little prayer that we'll be publishing and handing out leaflets on, and they can attach it right to the rail here in the front of the church prior to our departing on the walk. And then it's up to anyone who cares to come along and take one of those ribbons of their choice, and there's a second small prayer to say, request that same intention on behalf of the person who put it up there.
The ribbons will remain on the fence in front of the church until the 125th anniversary liturgy on October 2nd. Again, the walk will take place this Saturday, September 17th at 7 a.m. in front of St. Mary's Ukrainian Catholic Church in McAdoo. In McAdoo, for WYLN News, I'm Abby Piskel.
Thank you, Abby. Coming up next, Eric DeBaradinas is in with sports here on WYLN. Plus, Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik is back with one final look at our forecast. Stay tuned.
Stop by Thomas Farm, 556 St. John's Road in Drums for flowers and vegetable plants, hanging baskets, and in-season fresh vegetables. Open 7 days a week, 9 to 6, accepting credit cards and FMP vouchers, and a pumpkin hayride and corn maze is coming soon.
S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi Electric, Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
Hi, I'm Ann Gownley, News Director at WYLN TV 35 in Hazleton. I am so proud to be a part of such an amazing news team to be able to bring the community together through the power of television.
On paper, the Rail Riders should win the Governor's Cup, but baseball has never been played on paper. So the finals decided on the diamond starting tonight at PNC Field. In Game 1 of the championship series, Grant and Wilkes-Barre, owners of the best record in all of the minor leagues, host Gwinnett, owners of the worst regular season record to ever make the Governor's Cup playoffs. This iteration of the Rail Riders has never won the title, but the SWB Yankees did in 2008. The Rail Riders captured 6 of 7 regular season meetings against the Braves this year. Expected starters tonight are Jordan Montgomery and Aaron Blair. First pitch at 6:35. The Rail Riders and Braves battling for supremacy in the International League. We rank the Supreme in our weekly high school football power rankings. Berwick falls from the top spot to number 7. Bulldogs will work their way back up, but that's what happens when you suffer a stunning defeat. Wyoming Valley West, another drop from 2 to 6. Only 3 weeks in, so we reserve the top 5 for solely unbeaten teams. Pottsville still taking care of business. Blue Mountain wins a road game in Philly, keeping them in the 4 spot. Can't argue with anything about Williamsport. What they're doing this season, the offense explosive and the defense is improved. Schuylkill Haven now with a trio of quality wins against bigger school opponents. Very deserving of a number 2 ranking, but you beat the best, you become the best. Wyoming area submits the shocker of the year so far. All ears claiming victory over Berwick, so the Warriors atop our rankings for now. Friday, one of our top 7 teams will be featured in our game of the week as WYLN heads to Mountaintop, where Berwick visits Crestwood. The Comets Bulldogs rivalry enters another season and transitions to week 4 instead of the normal opening week matchup. Crestwood 1-2 this season, and still young Berwick, who was our number 1 team in the power rankings heading into last week before that mentioned defeat against Wyoming area, now sit 2-1. Friday at 7, tune in for this Wyoming Valley Conference clash. Twice a year, an abnormally normal road in Weatherly becomes a road for racing. This weekend, the fall edition and 55th annual Weatherly Hill Climb. Yesterday, sponsors and those involved with running the hill climb gathered at Fairway Subaru and spoke about how special and unique this weekend is.
I think this is kind of our claim to fame in Weatherly. When you say Weatherly, the first thing that someone says is hill climb. So it's a great event, and I'm looking forward to it.
It's the last race of the year, hill climbing, and so people know they're going to have to wait, quite a few months to get back into their car. So it usually brings out, a lot of extra drivers.
It's a great event for the community. As of right now, they have over 90 vehicles registered to race up and down that hill, and it brings a lot of people to the area, helps promote tourism throughout Carbon County, plus just the auto racing itself is an economic driver.
We're a local family-owned dealership. We've been in the Hazelton area for 56 years. And we always support local events put on by local people, and it's just been a great experience to be involved with this event for 15 years.
That's it for sports. Stay tuned.
It's a kickoff classic sale at Berger Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Route 93 Hazel Township.
It's 2016 Ram 4x4, save 14 grand. 2016 Jeep Cherokee is 4x4, V6, heated seats, rear camera, under 25 grand. Or at least this 2016 Jeep Renegade, only $189 a month.
It's the Jeep Celebration event at Ram Power Days at Berger Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Route 93 Hazel Township.
Berger Family Dealerships, drive with experience.
Hi, I'm Abby Piskel.
And I'm Gary Perna. Join us for the 2016 FunFest Parade as we bring it to you like no one else can from the streets of downtown Hazelton. Of course, FunFest is a great time for you to be part of the community.
And again, you can catch the parade in its entirety here on WILN. We're your local network.
If you haven't found the perfect fishing getaway, you haven't been to Captain's Cove. Located on Henderson Harbor in upstate New York, Captain's Cove offers a variety of accommodations to please just about anyone. The motel, also located on the harbor, offers a magnificent view. Enjoy free morning coffee, air-conditioned rooms, cable TV, and HBO. The cottage can accommodate up to 8 people with 3 bedrooms, a complete kitchen, washer, dryer, 2 full baths, air conditioning, an outside grill, and picnic table. Call us today for rates and information at 1-800-824-FISH.
Join us this week on Let's Talk Chiropractic. You'll meet Becca, a lovely young woman, a speech pathologist who had a long-time injury from a car accident many years ago. Now with great chiropractic care, she's feeling better and she's able to provide better care to her patients as well. Her story is coming up this week on Let's Talk Chiropractic. Join us.
It's high school football time. Watch WILN for all the local high school football action as we bring you the event, not just the highlights, like only WILN can. Watch the game of the week right here on WILN. We're your local network. For the best in local sports, watch WILN TV 35. The event, not just the highlights.
Okay, well, here's what we're looking at the next couple of days. Not too bad. A mix of clouds and sunshine just about every one of those days. Going into tomorrow, 77 degrees, and as we go into the late afternoon and evening hours, a part of the overnight hours, we'll have to deal with some showers and thunderstorms. That is going to bring in a cool day for Thursday. We may not get out of the 60s for daytime high temperatures, but a lot of sunshine. Looking good for Friday football time once again. 73 degrees, should be dry, lots of sunshine. Looking good for Saturday as well. By Sunday, some more showers, some more thunderstorms could develop. 73 degrees. Early next week, not looking too bad either. For the most part, we should be holding in the 70s and some of those overnight lows, for the most part, in the 50s. Going into, again, Thursday night, look at that, dropping down into the 40s.
Yeah, definitely cold at night.
Chilly.
Open the
we won't
window,
use the
get
word
some
cold
fresh
yet.
Well, I guess when you compare it to
It's
85
relative.
and
Yeah,
humid,
yeah.
but
What's cold? What's cold versus chilly?
ooh.
It's all
Intrigue.
relative
Okay.
by the individual. What you think is
correct
cold,
me.
I might think is hot, and vice versa.
Okay, all right.
You got it?
Yeah, relative.
Either way, it looks like another nice day for Friday Night Football, which is great
we've
for those
lucked out
fans,
so
players.
far. Just a hint of rain last week, but Berwick at Crestwood this week, 7 o'clock on WILN, the big rivalry. And like Joe said, another week
chilly.
We're holding off for another week.
Yeah, that would be 3
should
weeks.
be pretty good temperatures.
All right, sounds good. Hopefully it stays that way, and hopefully maybe it'll...
Keep our fingers crossed.
That's all that matters. Have a good night, everyone.